Sound familiar? That's why Donald Trump loves Viktor Orban. As much as Donald Trump would like to say he made Viktor Orban who he is, Viktor Orban was Donald Trump before Donald Trump was Donald Trump. I hope that we can all find someone in our lives that bring us joy and happiness. I hope that you can find a loved one in your life, a life partner maybe, that will bring you as much joy, that will lighten your mood and your face and your countenance like Donald Trump does when he sees Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban is an authoritarian goon that runs the country of Hungary. And Donald Trump is very, very fond of him. Yesterday, it was on full display, full gross display, as Donald Trump told a gathering of international leaders that he's a big fan of Viktor Orban. And I know a lot of you don't agree, but it doesn't matter because I'm the only one that matters, he told this group of world leaders. Remarkable stuff. Look how happy Donald Trump is.
We have Hungary. Oh, Victor, where is Victor? Victor. We love Victor. Viktor, I call him. You know, I put the little accent on it. You are fantastic, all right? I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I'm the only one that matters. You are fantastic. He's a great leader. I endorsed him the last election he had, and he won by 28 points. So you're going to do even better this time. If you have another election, and you're going to do great, and we appreciate it, and we're behind you 100%. That's Hungary. First of all kinds of democracy groups have called out that election of Viktor Orban as not being on the level, of absolutely being rigged. It is to be sure. And Donald Trump is here, the same guy who tried to steal the 2020 election, the same guy who is now endeavoring to steal the 2026 midterms and try to run again in 2028 against the regulatory framework, if you will, of the Constitution. He's saying that you'll even win by a bigger margin. Very weird. Very gross. Very anti-democratic. And look, if you really want to see gross, watch Donald Trump at his most giddy. I mean, he is beyond himself, just imbued with joy to stand on the stage briefly and shake the hands. It's like a jerk fest, shaking the hand of Viktor Orban. Ugh, watch this. It's just weird. It's just embarrassing. Listen, I never thought, having served in the United States, having volunteered to serve as an enlisted Marine, I never thought I would say I am embarrassed for my country. That this is embarrassing. The president of the I lived through Clinton. Wasn't a fan of Clinton then, not a fan of Clinton now. I thought even he wasn't embarrassing for the United States. Even he was still the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Donald Trump is just, at his gooberest of goober, he's just the worst. And every time he opens his mouth, he is just an embarrassment for us on a world stage, cozying up to dictator types, authoritarians like this. If you're not familiar with who Viktor Orban is, let me read this headline in like 3 paragraphs from the New Republic. Trump tells fellow world leaders he's the only one that matters. Quote, I know a lot of people don't agree with me, Trump went on, but I'm the only one that matters when... And then he says, you are fantastic. The clip you just watched. Trump continued to honor the Hungarian prime minister, who has indeed earned his fair share of critics for striving to dismantle liberal democracy in his country. Since taking office in 2010, Orban has seized control of independent governmental institutions, curtailed press freedoms, and targeted his political opponents
immigrants, and LGBTQ plus people. Sound familiar? That's why Donald Trump loves Viktor Orban. As much as Donald Trump would like to say he made Viktor Orban who he is, Viktor Orban was Donald Trump before Donald Trump was Donald Trump. He's a great leader, Trump said. I endorsed him the last election he had, and he won by 28 points. So you're going to do even better this time if you have another election, he added, assuring him, we're behind you 100%. I don't know who the we're is. With parliamentary elections taking place next spring, Orban's ruling party, which has dominated Hungarian politics for 15 years, appears to be trailing a new opposition party in public opinion polls. As the Center for European Policy Analysis notes, this has raised concerns, which may ring familiar here in the U.S., that if Orban were to lose, he may refuse to accept defeat and instead challenge the integrity of the vote. And again, who's that sound like? They are two peas in a pod. It's why Donald Trump loves Viktor Orban, because when he sees Viktor Orban and he goes into his 30-yard stare, 100-meter stare, he sees himself. That's why it's like it's which fable is it? Which mythology is it where the guy's enamored by himself looking at his reflection and then becomes whatever? That's Donald Trump for Viktor Orban. I'm not good at the fables and the sayings and the metaphors. If you watch the show for any given time, you know that. And you're probably not here for me for my recitation of mythology. I think that's Greek mythology. Who knows? Anyway, the problem here is that Donald Trump, he's looking across the globe, getting ideas. I'm sure I wouldn't use the Constitution for this because he doesn't carry a Constitution, but he could, if Donald Trump was a writer or a reader, he might have a notebook where he could jot around notes and good ideas, little zingers that he sees from across different despots across the globe to try to enact in the United States. They're taking plays out of the playbook of Nazis from the middle of the last century. They're certainly looking at Viktor Orban. They're certainly looking at Vladimir Putin, at Xi Jinping, at Kim Jong-un even, for how to run a disinformation campaign, how to distribute and disseminate propaganda that will benefit the administration. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. We can have it in the comments below the video, wherever you're watching it. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I got two asks for you. Again, I'll be in Japan for 2 weeks. Please support my guest host, Garrison Hayes. You'll be better for it. He is amazing. And the other thing is, if you want to help independent media and you want to help support this channel, this operation, and this program, I would invite you to consider doing it. For $2 a month, you could do just that. Click the join button below this video on YouTube to become a channel member, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. At the very least, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. It is free to do so. And go over to Facebook and like and follow on the Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. I would appreciate it very much. I love and appreciate you. I will see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another.